Hello, hello. Right, so today we are going to be making some ephemera to go with my next set of journals. You may recall I briefly showed you these along with the fabric patchwork journals. These are some vintage quilting pieces that I have embellished, hand stitched onto the front. So this one has napkin. We've got some a fabric pocket and some trim. We've got a nice rose panel and a little butterfly. We've got a rose, what do you call them? Thing. There's a word for them, but thingy on the front, and some lace on the back. And then this one has got a gorgeous lace trim. So nearly finished these. I've put the signatures together. These are going to be lightly embellished. We're not going to have anything too heavy with the embellishing and such. These are going to be quite plain for you to do your journaling and put your creativity into, but I do want to make some pretty tags to go with them. So there are 5 of these that are going to be hitting the shop soon, and so what I thought I would do, I'm just going to bob these away. What I thought I would do is create some lace masterboards that I can then cut up and make tags out of. So I've got some sheet music to use as the bases, and I've got a whole mountain of lace here that I'm going to use. Now, some of this you may recall, if you were a regular viewer, you may recall I went to the East Coast last summer, and I actually forgot that I'd bought some bundles of lace from there. I bought some little embellishments and things and beads, and I haven't quite got around to using them as yet. So I thought I'd pull some of these out as well. So some of these lovely little brooches. How pretty are they to go on the front of a journal? We'll make something with these soon. So I've got some big pieces of lace, some fabrics. Yeah, these are the brooches that I bought, if you recall. If you can see them. And they're going to go on the front of some journals. But anywho, so I've got a pile of lace here. Put these to one side. And I'm going to make some masterboards. Ooh, that one's pretty. I forgot about that. Yeah, we can put little bits and pieces of this on as well, I think. So yeah, going to make some masterboards and chop them up and see how we go. Now, I'm going to do some stitching on them as well. I'll stop rattling. I'm going to do some stitching on them, and I'm going to back them on whatever I can find to back them on. So because I want to run them through the sewing machine, when I do my for my blank tag collection, I do masterboards and collaging, my collage tags. I do it on huge sheets and then chop them up. I want to get these through the sewing machine, so I don't really want to do them on massive sheets. I think probably a double page is probably about as big as I want to go. These are all single sheets, actually, that I've just pulled out. But they'll do. We'll still get some tags out of these. So, yeah, I'm going to work my way through these and see how we get on. Now, I was just going to use my Fabri-Tac, which is perfectly fine. And then I forgot I bought this, which is a matte gel. So I'm gonna have a go with this. It may work, it may not, I'm not sure, but we'll see. I don't think I've used it at all, but we'll have a go. So I've got a pile of lace. I don't want them to be too thick, so some of what I've got are sort of like doily pieces. Like this is a huge sheet, so and they are quite big. I'm not sure if I want to use something so big. Maybe I'll cut this down and use it sort of across the sheet. I'll put that to one side, that one. Yeah, so I just pretty much want to patchwork these just the same and put a few bits down. I've got all sorts of different bits of trim, fabric, and obviously I'm going to use the music paper underneath because I don't mind that showing through. you know, it's easy on the eye. So let's crack on, shall we? Ooh, that's runnier than I anticipated. Right, let's have a go. I've got a brush. I'm just realised I'm doing this on the wrong side of my mat. I have a messy side and a clean side. So excuse me while I just turn it to my super scruffy side. I don't mind this side getting battered. So there's a layer of that. So let's... If it doesn't work, I'll just resort back to the Fabri-Tac. But I'm hoping that it will hold, because it's only to run it through the machine once it's dry. So it's going to be secure anyway, but let's see what we can do. So I've got different pieces of sort of linens and stuff. I should probably have torn these up first, but there we go. You're going to tear. Pull that strip off. Feels like it's gripping, possibly. So I may even, because I do sort of go quiet sometimes when I'm doing this collaging, because you're sort of concentrating on what you're doing, I may even just switch the sound off on this and just let you watch. But I'll waffle on for a little bit, mainly because I've lost my scissors. I think the thing with collaging sometimes is you feel like you have to use teeny tiny bits. You feel a bit of pressure. Do you know what I mean? To sort of, you know, because you want to mix it up a little bit. Whereas you shouldn't really. You should be quite happy to use big bits. So that's what I'm doing. Use some big chunky bits and they'll cut up as they cut up. So where are we next? Put something down there. I hope you can see that all right. We'll do some sort of adjoining pieces as well, I think, once we've I think it's sticking. Once we've probably cut them up, we will add some extra bits and pieces before we stitch them down. So not too worried about gaps and stuff. Let's see, what else have I got? So I've got some of this nice dotty trim. I know it's probably annoying that you can't see this pile here, but it's taking over half my desk and you'd be too far away from the camera then. So should we overlap that a little bit, do you think? Maybe I should just put a dot on each. There we are. We've got, I want to mix the colours up a little bit as well. So I've got some darker fabrics. I've got some peach colours. Put a bit of this peach trim down here. And I think let's pop some over here as well. No, here. I don't know why. You kind of do it by some sort of psychic intuition, don't you? I'm hoping you straighten out. It's quite therapeutic, this. As I say, there's no sort of right or wrong way to do it. You just kind of go with the flow. So let's get some, oops, more bits down here. Oh, well, so far so good with the gel stuff. Should we have a bit of you? I really need to keep my hands on these big scissors. Let's have some of that. I should move that up a bit, actually. Oh. It's got a thing. Get off. Okay, that's different. I will bob you there, shall we? We'll stick a little bit in that gap. We've got, yes, this is some of the darker stuff. I have got some, I'm trying to keep it as neutral as I can, but I do have some patterny stuff as well that I don't mind using. No, I should have cut a bigger piece for that. Yeah, when I say patterny stuff, it's floral. It's got a purple, I think, flower in it. So we shall see. Where's some more? Just tear this one. Yeah, I'm not so fussed if it's shapes. As I say, I'm not so fussed if there are gaps. Hence the choice of paper underneath. So that doesn't bother me really. See if we can get you there. Unfold there. And yeah, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. So this is it's got a nice pink flower to it, which I don't want to use too much of. As I say, I wanted to keep these quite neutral, but we might pop a little bit down. And I'm going to split up put some neutral pieces down and some florally pieces. So let's have some of the neutral. Oh, there's a tiny bit of floral on that, but that's all right. And then, which way do you go? That way, I think. Put some there. And let's put some thinner stuff. I mean, I know I have pulled enough out. Just want to fill those little gaps in. There we are. Let's got some of this. Let's have a big strip of that across there. And let's have a bit there-ish. So we've got some pieces to fill in. I don't know if this is going to be a bit thick, but let's see. This is one of the bits I got from the nice lady in Bridlington. Chunk that down. Like £2.50 for that bundle. I mean, that's a bargain. Absolute bargain. Yeah, the exciting bit of doing this, isn't it? It's the big reveal at the end, where we see what if we're left with a monstrosity or something nice. Oh, tear that. I'll tear a thin strip of you. Perhaps underneath. There. Let's have a little bit. Anything left on my brush? There-ish. And let's have a piece of this, I think, here. Look all right, happy with that, I think. I might just pop something in that little gap there. I'm just looking for, I've got a mountain of stuff next to me. This is some really old antique-y stuff that I got from a lady in I bought a little sewing box off her on eBay, and this is part of what went in it, so just a tiny little bit of that. There we are. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and I'll come back, stitch it. Do I stitch it first? Yeah, I think I'll run just a few random stitches through, chop it up, and then we'll make sure everything's secured down. So that's sheet number 1. Now, oops. Yeah, then that matte medium wasn't too bad. So now we're onto the single sheet. So let's just do a sheet at a time, shall we? I'm just going to tear a few bits up before I carry on. Some of the different bits of fabrics. See, we've got some doily pieces. I just sometimes worry if these are a bit thick, but I think we can run with it. And what are you? We've got some more of that stuff. We've got whatever you are. Oh, it's a little tray cloth. That'd be a nice journal cover. It's a shame to chop it up, but stop it, Donna. I do have tons and tons of fabric and stuff, so I can't really excuse hoarding. It's probably not necessary in my case. And I don't feel bad cutting stuff like this up, I have to say. I know it's obviously, if this was somebody's heirloom, then, you know, you'd keep it. It wouldn't be available on eBay. But I just think it's been given a new lease of life. It probably had been stuck in a drawer otherwise, never used. And it's nice that it's used, and a little bit of somebody's history is kept as a memento. I think it's, yeah, I don't feel too guilty about doing it. And I have some personal bits and pieces that I wouldn't like the thought of being chopped up, but then I wouldn't chop them up. I would keep them. Just chopping some of this up to use. Oh, that's the end of it. And should we open this one? Which is pretty. So a little bit of navy blue in as well. Oh no, get off. Yeah, it was another one, £2.50. £2.50. Bargain. So we'll cut a few pieces. Okay, let's take it from there, shall we? Oh, I've got some of this huge stuff as well from the same lady. Let's cut a bit of that down as well. It's ready to use. Sorry, I think I got super close to the camera then. Some skinny bits. Okay. Let's go. Let's not lose our scissors. So I can probably afford to zoom you in a smidge now. Right. A little bit more of this. It comes out really quick. Ugh. It's quite good though. So far, I'll let you know in a bit, but so far so good. So I'm going to try not to think, too much about it. Just going to start laying pieces down. Probably got a bit too far over there. In fact, let's... Yeah, I think I might have gone a little bit heavy with the old gel on this one. Let's just blob that onto my next piece. Come back. Yeah, I had the idea for this because I've had a few orders in for collaged tags that I thought, and I just thought, you know what, I haven't done any proper collaging for ages. So as I'm making the collage tags, I thought, why not do some with fabric? That would be quite nice. So here we are. This is the result of it. Put a little bit of peach. Trim a bit there on the side. I have that sort of hanging off. And see, I said you didn't need to fill every bit, and there I am with tiny little scraps trying to fill in. Just going to get rid of that edging because I don't like that. Where's my... I could have sworn I cut some of this down already. And where are all the pieces that I cut? I cut loads, didn't I? Let me find any now. There's a piece there. Just gonna trim that slightly. And where did the thin stuff go? No, I've lost it. I did have some little thin pieces, but well, let's just have you there, shall we? That'll do. What do we think? That's all right. We shall see. We shall see. I'll have to come back and film the aftermath. Try not to put quite so much on this time. Right. Again, let's just go for it. Where are my pieces? Go for it, she says. Got nothing ready. Right, there. And let's have you there. So if you think too much about it, it won't look good. It'll look too thought about, too deliberate, if you know what I mean. This. Oh, didn't tear quite how I imagined it was going to. Have some of you. And some of that. And we'll have a little bit of that. And we'll have some of that. Some more white, I think. You see, now I'm thinking about it. Stop it, Donna. Stop it. It won't work. And that is a bit big though, isn't it? Sorry, I'm going really quiet again, aren't I? That's because I'm trying to do it before the glue sets. So let's just have a little smidge of this navy blue. I hope, yeah, you can quite see, can you? Kind of. Ah, that's another one. Couple more to go, and then we will dry these off and see what we're left with. Definitely going to stitch before I chop, I think, because I think this is going to be all right just to sort of hold things in place for now. I'm not sure I'm trusting it to be a permanent adhesive. And obviously they'll be stitched again around the edge anyway when I put backing on them. So, boom, tiny bit, boom, get off, piece there, got a piece there. As I say, there's no point really in trying to think too much about these, because you're going to chop them up, so they're not going to look like what they look now anyway. They're just going to be little sections. Although I don't really see the point in that overlappy bit. You see, I'm not feeling that this is sticking very well. Maybe I'm not splatting enough. Maybe I need to put a little bit more on, because I was a bit more sparing this time round, and I can see where it's drying already. I'm trying to do too large an area. Let's have some of this. Is the stuff with the extra, I don't know why there's an extra bit that's come off anyway. And there we go. Snip some of this. And I mean, I've got so much stuff next to me and it's like I can't find any of it. Put you that way. Bit there. Some more of that. Oh no, there's too much cream there. Now I am thinking about it. No. And that's not even sticky anymore. I do wonder if Fabri-Tac might have been the better choice. Maybe I'll Fabri-Tac the next one. Let's have, oh, I haven't used any of this yet. This is quite cool. I don't know if you can see this at the end. It's like, anybody with trypophobia probably won't appreciate this. Which, for anyone who isn't aware of trypophobia, I think it's called trypophobia. It's the fear of, it's like things with holes. My sister has it. And would be royally freaked out by the sight of just a piece of fabric full of holes. That would not go down very well with her. Makes me chuckle, but maybe that's just me being mean. And let's have you there. Okay. That's all right. I don't know what they're going to turn out like, but that's okay. You can see all that. One more to go. And then the exciting bit. So, use a little bit more than last time, perhaps. Right, let's have you here, you here. I don't know why I always start at the edges. Is that a mistake, do you think? Should I just plonk you in the middle? There we go. That's that done. Let's have a piece of this. Let's have a smidge of that. I don't know what I just dropped. What did I just drop? I don't know what that was. Never mind. Let's have some of this. There. I want that overlapping. Let's cut some of the navy blue. I've got some of this already cut. That side, I think. And use some of the white. This. Scissors, Donna, honestly. Too thick. Have a little bit of that there. And I'm going to put the other piece there. And then I just want something for the top. So no, you can't quite see what I'm snipping, but it's that. What do we think? A little bit there. There. Oh, that's the same. I don't want that. I'll put you there. Okay, so that last part of the video probably ended quite abruptly as I decided to cut my finger with the fabric shears quite badly actually. So yeah, disclaimer, be careful when you are rushing to stick stuff down before the glue dries and using scissors. Anyway, I went ahead and we were on the last collage anyway, so I just finished the last couple of little bits. I have then let them dry a little bit, taken them to the sewing machine. I've stitched around the edge and I've just run a few lines down just to hold things in place. I don't think I would have trusted the matte gel to hold them permanently, but they've held them in time for me to stitch. So this is what we're left with. So we've got this one. They have curled a little bit as they've dried, but never mind. So we've got this one. We've got a little diddy one. Another. That one. And word to the wise, this netting, as I tried to dry it a little bit with my heat tool, has shrunk here. You can see that it's sort of melted, so be careful if you're doing that. Anywho, so this is the fun part. So what we're going to do is turn it over and we're going to do this blind. Now I reckon I can get a whole bunch of tags and stuff out of this. So I'm going to take my shears, not cut my finger off, and I'm going to, what am I going to do? Let me think. I'm trying to avoid my stitch lines. So I'm going to try and cut. So let me think, 1, 2. I reckon I can get 4 and a skinny one. Or should I go for 3 big tags worth? So a tag length is usually about 6 inches. Probably thinking a bit too much into this, but where's my little ruler? I don't know. So it's about there-ish. So I'm probably going to cut between these two stitch. I don't know if you can see, there's a stitch line here and one here. So I'm going to kind of cut there, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to cut. I wouldn't recommend using a guillotine or a paper trimmer to do this. I would use scissors because you're just going to tear as your guillotine tries to get through the fabric. It's just going to tear it. So again, tags tend to be about 2.5–3 centimeters. So I could technically get 4 out of this, just. Shall I try and get 4? But because they're a little bit taller, no, I want to get I want to do, yeah, I'm going to do 3, I think. I'm going to do there. Try and keep it quite straight. I'm going to do, I can't pick things up now because of the bloody plaster. I tell you what, I'm going to do another big thick tag. And maybe we'll do, what do you reckon, a couple of journaling cards. Just going to run it along the side of that stitch. So those are journaling cards they're going to be. Or square tags. They don't have to be that size. So I kind of naturally want to go along the spine of this, which is what I'm going to do. And do some skinny tags. I think just keep it a little bit more stable. Now, let's do some big skinny tags. So we've got a couple of, well, different sizes, but big skinny tags there. Now, again, I'm going to do some 6-inch comes to about there. In fact, yeah, I'm just going to kind of half this and see what tags I can get out of it. So, ooh, that's tough. Okay, and I'm going to kind of do tag. I'm just going to do this into all tags. So I have no idea what they look like on the underside, but even if you do yours and you're not happy with how they look, you can go and embellish on the top. These are just bases. These are very plain, neutral bases. You can embellish, you can put focal points, you can put photographs on there, bits of ephemera. You could stitch onto them before you back them. Totally cool. Don't even stress about it. So again, this is 12, so I could probably just knock out a load of tags, but I do want some journaling cards as well. So I'm going to do this into sort of 3-ish. I'm going to do one about there and one about there. And then half of them. But not along that stitch line. Just going to avoid my sewing line. I want to try and keep them in one piece. So that's, leave these ones uneven, but it doesn't matter. So these will hopefully leave us with some really nice bases then to go on. And I haven't decided if I want to totally embellish everything. They were going to be lightly embellished, these thinner ones. The big journals, be the same with this. The big fabric journals, the patchwork ones, are heavily embellished. So there's lots of stuff in them. These ones I want to leave a bit lighter on the embellishing if I can, just so that there's an option, you know. I can see there's one big piece and I don't want one big piece, so I'm cheating, but I'm going down the middle. No, I'm going to have them. I mean, it doesn't really matter what pile I'm putting them in, if they're journaling cards or tags, but there and there. Right, next. So this one got a little bit chewed up because it was still a little bit wet when it went through the sewing machine. So I'm going to cut along that line and make that the edge of one of them. So that might mean that this side is... Oops. Ooh. Journaling cards, that's wonky as, but never mind. So I think we'll have some squarish ones there. And then I think all the rest I'm going to do tags. So, although that's big, I didn't mean to do that quite so big. Oh, give me another one of them. 3 tags, I think. we are. One more. Should we do some more skinny tags? I'm feeling the skinny tags. Because they can be nice just to put in little tucks and things. Should we do 2 strips of skinny ones and then use the end ones? These aren't as skinny. But use the end piece then for normal size tags. I'm going to not cut my finger off again. So, is that about half-ish? And there-ish. So those are those. And then these will be tags. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, something's come off of that one. We'll look at that one first. So I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac out, ready to stick down anything that needs sticking. Like, I mean, how cute is that? Once you straighten them up, let's zoom in again. So, oh, of course, of course. See, this one is pretty much just one. I'm going to take that off actually. One strip of lace, so that's not the best example, but I still think that's really cute. We can put some embellishing on there, back it and stitch it. So that's the first one. In fact, I'm just going to get a cleaner mat so you can actually see them, because I'm on the grimy side of my mat here. So that's one tag. Oh, I like. So I don't know which way around I'd have that. That's that one. That's nice with the little bit of dotty on. I don't know if you can see. It doesn't show up on the camera as well, but you've got a little bit of dotty on there. That's my little burnt piece. See, I probably will embellish on that. So maybe I'll sort of do a mix with these. Some I'll embellish, some I'll just leave. See, look at that. These are really nice. Definitely that way, the little dangly bit. Yeah, quite happy with these thus far. Not sure which way around I'd do that one. And then this is something for me to work on the next day or two. I'll film a couple. We'll do a couple on camera, but I'll probably that way. I will probably just crack on with them and get these journals listed and get them done. But we'll do a few together. See, look at that. I'm not even mad that that's not straight. I mean, it definitely isn't, if you can see. It definitely goes in, but I don't even mind that. I don't even mind. I love all the extra little bits and pieces, although that's... I think that was meant to go there. Let's stick that down. Oh no, were you? I'll put you there. I think I would use the matte gel again to stick the fabric down. I think it just held it quite nicely, but I think I should have waited a little bit longer before drying, because I think that's why a few of them have misshapen and curled. Before stitching, I should have let it dry a little bit more. I like that. But still. Even that. Yes. Yeah, definitely a nice embellishment on there. A nice little focal point of photograph or something. This is the other big tag. Oh, I really like that. So those are the tags. These are the skinny tags. Oh, these are the skinny tags. They're really cool. Ooh, I like that one. Yeah. I mean, look at that. So cute. Yeah, super happy with these. And they don't take very long either, you know. You know, it's you sat on sat watching PMQs while you're sticking stuff down, or something a little bit more exciting. That's what I was watching whilst I was stitching. I don't know why. Prime Minister's question time for anyone not in the UK, just so I can get angry at the TV. Anyway, we don't do politics, we know this. Pretty. I mean, that would have been alright as a tag actually, rather than a journal card. I like this, or the layering on it. You see that's actually 2 different types of lace on there. Oh. So that's one we can definitely work on. We wouldn't just leave that. I would go on and stick some extra bits. Or maybe do some stitching. Yeah, I might do some stitching on some of these. Yeah, I might sort of spend a day or 2 on them. Stitching I like to do on an evening, watching the TV. So that might be something that we do. Ooh, little extra dangly bit. See, the thing is, if you were sat just making a journaling card, I would never come up with that sort of composition, you know, with a little extra bit at the end and these tiny, look at, you've got tiny little slithers of extra pieces. You just wouldn't, you wouldn't do that. I know you wouldn't. Not you personally, but I know one wouldn't. So it's nice when you do something like this and they come up a little bit different. So, I mean, and what a stack of ephemera ready to work on we've got now. Just out of a bit of fabric and some cards, some paper. So it's left me with all of these. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Right, I shall leave it there. Yeah, we will work on 1 or 2 together then. Okay, right, well, thank you for joining me. Sorry about the abrupt finish. And be careful with scissors. Okay, bye.